into football with playing with Shawlands.
Aye.
Again, how did that come across? Is it somebody you knew? Is it something you seen on social media?
I went down to watch a few games. See, when I was starting to get back into it,
yep.
I just thought, go and watch. I knew a couple of boys that played for Shawlands at that point, so I went down, and they were struggling with injuries and whatever else. And they had a squad of 14. I think it was the first day I went down to watch. And Scott said, look, there's 2 boys that are carrying injuries. Have you got boots with you? And at that point, I always had boots and shinnies and the molar. I said, I get your stuff there. And he goes, I can just get stripped and you can play as a trialist. And then from there, I just get back into it. It was a decent bunch of boys, and started to get the kind of love for the game back again.
So, if, say there might be people out there who are, maybe through, I know you're not like a coach, you've got a few boys who've got injuries, and it is so easy to fall out of love with the fit, but any advice that you would give them, stuff to try, stuff to keep them going?
Stick at it. There's nothing else for it. See, a lot of the time, it's not the injury will frustrate you. Big time. It's the kind of mental side of it, and the self-doubt. See, thinking you're at the same level that you were at previously, that was probably my kind of biggest thing, and it's still a bit of regret that I never get back to where I was before.
Yeah.
It's perseverance. You're not going to come back in and be able to be the same as you were previously. It's just got to take time and a bit of patience.
So when you did start playing, because of your injury, did you have any struggles? Is it still in your mind a wee bit? Or were you just totally on it?
No, the first couple of tackles I went in for, it does come back to you. You just try and get through it. That's it. See, every time you come off the park, as long as you're kind of still in one piece, then you're going to get knocks, bangs, bruises, whatever else. It's part of the game. But the first one, kind of the first tackle to get back through, it was a difficult one, but I'm still here. I've still got 2 legs, so that's it.
So probably your biggest playing with them was when you played Glasgow City in a warm-up for their Champions League game.
Aye.
How did it come about?
There was a boy, Donald Geno, he was a Motherwell women's manager last season. I don't know what he's doing this year. He played with us at Shawlands at that point. He was a coach, so he had said to their gaffer, I can't remember if it was Eddie Black at that time, that the boys would be up for it. So they put it to us to say, like, would you want to give them a game? And a lot of boys were kind of a bit dubious to start with. The usual kind of men versus women, the power, the strength, whatever else, that debate, which I don't know some people, but see, once we get 5 minutes into the game and we wondered what their tactics were going to be like, we knew we were in for a game.
Yeah, it was going to be a show. So you ended up winning 7-4, which is obviously a good result. Could you see a difference, even though you're obviously saying you're getting back in it, could you see a difference in the women's game and the guys' game, or do you think there was a lot equal there where, do you know what, they probably could be a lot of guys' teams a game?
There is a difference. There's no denying there is a difference. The pace was different. A wee bit of strength for the guys. Don't get me wrong, there was some of the lasses there that were given as good as they got. From my experience, the women's game was a lot more tactical, a lot more possession based, letting the ball do the work, whereas kind of in the guys' game, it's a bit quicker, everything goes forward. They played against us and they were just taking the piss out of us a lot of the time by knocking the ball across the back. We were getting up and pressing, and they were always finding an angle for a pass, and it was a lot more methodical.
Right.
I think that's probably the best way of kind of putting it.
Yep.
But the standard was crazy. It was incredibly good.
An all-round good experience.
There was a few of the boys that came off the park at the end of the game, and they were done in, probably more so than like a normal Saturday game for us.
Yep.
A lot of the time I was chasing shadows. The kind of biggest thing that we had the last kind of 15 minutes, we kind of just overran them. It was nothing to do with ability or whatever else. It was purely just a wee bit better stamina and strength, and the fact that their keeper wasn't the tallest.
I've seen this keeper play, to be fair. Aye. No asking him to swap taps with you, right? No.
No, highly professional, I think. Mind you, I think someone would be interested.
So you changed to a Saturday morning team and you joined Motherwell's supporter team.
Aye.
Again, another strange one. I mean, when you obviously, I was emailing you, we were talking about things, and you sent me on, I read through and went, wow, this is a good experience.
Aye.
So how did it come about?
Again, it was guys at work that played in the team that I knew, and again, just struggling for numbers, knew that I'd be kicking about on a Saturday morning and working, and he just says to us, look, do you want to come down and fill a jersey? So I did. Wasn't told to start me that it was a supporters team, so I just turned up as normal. All the other boys are in claret and amber, and I'm just sitting there like the token idiot in the corner, not really knowing anyone or anything like that. But I was a decent bunch of boys. So I got a couple of years playing with them, which was it was a good experience.
Did you manage to hide for the full time the fact that you don't support Motherwell?
I think they kind of gathered. They knew I supported Liverpool, right. So I did make that quite obvious. I think the kind of more I was there, it was more accepting that I didn't support Motherwell, and then there was a few other boys that were exactly the same, to be fair, but you would just do the kind of Motherwell things if there was, you were going to games with them, so you're good in the third park after your game in the morning and things like that, so it was decent.
Good. So was it these friendlies you were playing, or were you playing in cups?
No, there was it was all internet based, right. And there is like the usual kind of committee and all the rest of it. But it's all teams all over Britain. So you get a Scottish League and English League, then you play a Scottish Cup and a British Cup. So at the end of the season, if you're obviously top, we have many games they work out, so you could be British League champions, albeit you've never played anyone from down south.
Right.
So it just depends on your points total. But you have the British Cup, which you could get drawn against anyone. There was a few decent draws that we had. A few away days, one which I can't mention because other reasons that have been explained. But it was good, and you get trips away down to Liverpool and whatever else, and it was a good experience. It's just like fans just kind of playing against each other.
So as you say, you played in a tournament in Liverpool. That must have been a good time down there. A lot of guys playing football.
When we went down there, I had put myself forward to be one of the drivers because I knew what stage some of them would get in and we wouldn't make the game. So it was one of them that we'd been out in the Friday night. Our first game was at 9 o'clock on the Saturday morning. I think I get just before 3, so I was kind of more sensible. There's a couple of drivers that get a wee bit earlier. As we were leaving the hotel, there's still 4 boys that were missing. So as we started to load the cars up with stuff, they come strolling back in at 8:15 or something like that. No having a clue where they'd been or what they'd been up to. They get up the stair, get their bags straight to the park for our game.
Brilliant. So what kind of other teams did you play against down there at that tournament?
Down there we played, the first game was against Man City supporters. So there wasn't many of them, to be fair. We played against them, and I think it was only like 2.5 hours. So you're playing like maybe 3 games a day, and then you're back on Sunday. So we played Man City, and I don't think anyone was sober. So we were sitting at 0-0, and we don't know how we're standing, never mind playing football. They get a free kick at the edge of the box. The boy put it in. The other left back jumps up to either it to try and clear it, puts it in top bag. We beat 1-0. So that was interesting, but demoralising as well. So the only thing for it was to go to the side of the park. This time the shops had opened and there was 2 plates of blood sitting. So everyone started piling into them in preparation for our next game. So it was good.
Can't complain. Sounds like a good experience in that as well.
see if you're playing teams for all over that get similar interest. I know everyone's like interested in football, but it's a proper die-hard fans that are going apart from me. But you're meeting guys from all over, and it's a regular tournament. I think it's called WorldNet,
Right.
and it's held in a kind of different area of the time. But you can get sometimes 30 odd teams going. There's been supporters teams for, I'm sure it was Holland and Belgium and France as well that came over to play in some of them. So it is quite a big thing. United supporters won it last year, I think. So it's a good mix, a good experience. It's just a concession. Some take it more serious than others. Tends to be the English boys that take it seriously, and all the Scottish teams come down are absolutely miraculous.
That's it, man.
But it's good.
So I suppose a big thing that now we'll get to recent times where you joined Colts.
Aye.
It was athletic. How did that come about?
It was I knew Smudger through work.
Right.
Again, work connections, and he'd also, I think I'd played a few games of sevens with him, and he just says to us, like, you start a team, you fancy it. So I thought, why no? I was there was a big change at the Saturday team that I was playing for.
Yep.
New gaffer and all the rest, and just wasn't interested. He was wanting to play as a left back and centre half, and I'm like, right, no, this isn't for me. And jumped out the Colts and same thing happened.
So obviously, when people say your name at Colts, first probably most people pops into their head as your wonder goal.
Aye, the blue line effort.
Remember, talk us through it. What was it about? Was it a cross? Were you shooting? Were you at home?
See, to be fair, I'd seen that the keeper was terrible in the air. Night everything he went to catch was terrible, and it was quite windy.
Yep.
So I was aiming to hang it up to the back post. I wasn't shooting. There was not a whole hell that would shoot for there. So I just thought, if I hang it up to the back post, he's either going to come out and drop it, or somebody might get in the end of it. And it kept going, and I ended up pretty much the top corner.
I can remember watching it, and it felt as if it took about 10 seconds to get there. And it just went in, and I just looked, and you're just on the middle just to go, oh, everybody's gone. It
surprised me as well, to be fair. It was a cross.
So, you had some good moments at Colts, obviously, but for me, I felt as if you never put down a position you were playing every week, do you know what I mean? Your move, was it frustrating?
It was. It depends on your kind of outlook and things. It's always been kind of the same for me, that I'm not saying I'm comfortable playing anywhere, but I'll do a decent job. I'm not going to be a world beater.
Yep.
But if you make me play left back, then I'll go and do a job. Right hand side, whatever, I'll go and do a job. But it's probably down to my own fault for not nailing a position down, because I never went in and just thought, right, that's mine. Because somebody's back next week, but there's another position that I can fill in next week in case somebody isn't there. So it was kind of almost no taking one for the team, but it's probably more my fault for not being a bit more assertive and saying, no, that's my position.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating, but it's probably more down to me than anything else.
What was your favourite moments when you're playing with Colts? What was the time that you'll probably remember?
To be fair, there's been quite a few. Obviously, winning the league, Big Mick came in and done wonders. He transformed it, and I think it was some achievement to get the boys together to get the result he did. But see, to be fair, there's been highs and lows, but probably more highs. Just the team spirit is a good bunch of boys, and everyone will dig in for each other. So it's hard to kind of pin down one kind of moment.
Yep. As obviously we spoke on the last podcast, and I highlighted how good a changing room we've actually got. How does the Colts changing room compare to? How does it compare to your other changing rooms that you've been in part in?
To be fair, I would probably say that more recently Colts has been a wee bit livelier than others. I think with other teams, especially Sean's, it was more kind of drilled into you that you've got your attitude before and after the game and during the game, and they should all be kind of the same. And it was a bit more focused. Whereas with Colts, you've got a bit of banter, you've got characters in the team that kind of bring a wee bit out in the changing room. It probably still could be developed more. I'm kind of hoping next year that, or this season, we finally start again, it will build up. But I would say the Colts now is probably a kind of mix of what's good from an amateur team, and from my experience, it's probably more good than bad.
So the hard part came where you felt as if you couldn't get as much as what you used to be able to, and also due to the family stuff that we were talking at the start. So you decided to hang up the boots. Was it a tough decision?
Aye, it was. Again, it was one of them. It was more to do with the time. I couldn't commit, so it was one of them. It came down to family stuff, financial commitments, and something had to give. So if I could make it every single week, every training session, every game, I would probably have tried to stick it. But we work in shifts, having the B man, it's no fair, and we're not the only one that's got away. It's just difficult to balance everything. I'm a wee bit further out than everyone else for travel, so for me, for even the likes of training, if the training's a 2 hour session, I've got half an hour drive all the way, so it's 3 hours for me. Yeah. So it all adds up, and it wasn't fair on Charlotte and the B man. So there was a lot of kind of factors into it. Playing after a night shift as well, it's crazy. So it wasn't doing myself any favours, and I'm not getting any younger.
So you've now, moving forward, you've now joined the coaching team, the Colts. Looking forward to that. What do you think you can bring to the Colts to help them on?
It'll be a good challenge for me, probably something that I need to keep my interest in the game. Obviously, yeah. I'm still going to be playing sevens and whatever else. I'm joining it training if and when required. I think for the coaching side, it's just going to be trying bring in a wee bit of the experience I've got for playing different places, different positions. I think I've got quite a decent understanding of the game. So I'll hopefully be able to bring in drills for the boys to keep them interested in the game, because it's one thing, like I said earlier on, it's difficult to get your interest back and keep it in the game if you have your form's dipped. So it'll be one of them that I'm going to try and do a wee bit of kind of one-on-one and just kind of have guys in for a wee chat and see. I'll be honest with them, if they're playing shite, they'll get tell. Yep. But if they're doing something well, because we're always quick to criticise, but it sometimes takes somebody just to go in and put your arm in somebody and say, look, it'll be all right, have you considered X, Y and Z, just something a wee bit different. So I'll hope to bring that in, but I think the kind of experience thing will be the kind of biggest asset that I'll have.
I'm definitely excited to have you alongside us now in the coaching, mate, because as you say, you can bring some amount of experience that is going to help them move forward. So, your footballing career, how would you describe your time in football?
Bang average.
Any regrets?
Probably no. I wouldn't say. I don't think there's. You should be regretting everything. You should maybe do things differently. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. But no, I wouldn't say any regrets at all.
Any funny stories for your football time that you can tell us? Now, remember, this is audience different.
Probably not.
Smithy said exactly the same thing last week.
Probably not. I wouldn't want to fire anyone in first. And I'm not going to use our names. Some of the stories will be quite obvious at who they are. So I'll keep that one under the hat anyway.
That's cool. So that's all the questions sorted. Going to do a 60-second quick fire round with you now.
Right.
Answers as short as you can. I'll start. So let me just start my stopwatch. You ready?
Aye, go for it.
You look nervous.
Aye, no, I call it that. That's nothing prepared, so it's alright.
Brilliant. Right, so best part that you've played at?
Probably Palmerston.
Best game that you've took part in?
Preston versus Hauger.
What was the score?
2-1.
Favourite goal that you've ever scored?
Probably the winning goal in that game that I just mentioned.
So team you support?
Liverpool.
Favourite player?
Bobby Firmino.
I knew you were going to say him. Favourite game that you've been to?
Probably Scotland, England.
The one with Griffiths?
Mm-hmm.
Favourite meal?
Steak.
Fitness work or ball work?
Ball up.
What would you tell your 15-year-old self?
Grow up.
That's us, mate. That's 60 seconds.
Brilliant.
Superb, man. I was, as I said, when I read your information, I was really surprised. And I was on Zoom with some of the boys all night, and I says, wait till you see this one. I said, this is going to be really good. Oh, tell us. I thought, no, I'm not even telling you. But it's some great stories. And as I said, I think nobody really knows, or if you've not told them, it's a huge surprise.
Aye, there's a few things that I've done. There's probably a lot more. See if I sat down and thought properly about it.
Yeah.
And gave stories, I'd be able to talk for hours.
Yep.
And that's not even talking about work. You know what I mean? There's a work game that I played in that got called off because I punch up. I mean,
that's good, that, isn't
it? So, it's one of them. We all get banned for 2 months for playing football.
Jesus.
Aye.
Wish you wouldn't need to phone any backup or anything like that.
Aye, I know.
No, I appreciate your time, big man. I know you're a busy man these days, as it says, with the rain and that, and really appreciate your time coming on.
No, it's been a pleasure, mate.